So in this video we will be having a look at that what is lymphatic system, and it is interconnected with the immune system. So we're gonna see that what is lymphatic system. So lymphatic system work as the transport system. Okay. Now the question arises is what it transports. Okay. So it transports fats, it transports the lymph, that is a fluid. Okay, so like how the fat is being transported by the lymphatic system. Okay, so it is transported. Let me write over here that what is lymph and what it contains. So lymph is basically a fluid. Okay, when it is all around the tissues, so it is known as what? It is known as interstitial fluid. You have heard this name, I guess. Okay, but like this lymph have a lot of names. For example, like when it is around the tissues, so that is known as interstitial fluid. So we'll see the composition of the lymph as well. So first of all, let us discuss that what is the function and what how the like this fat is being transport by the lymphatic system. As we know that fat is a big molecule, so due to the emulsification. Okay, now what is emulsification? Emulsification is the process that by which the fat is deposited by the liver. Fat is being converted into bile juice, then that bile juice will convert like no, fat have the liver, as we know, sorry, liver have the bile juice, so bile juice will help that fat to convert into lipoprotein. Okay, so as we know that liver, in the liver have what? Liver have the bile, so bile will help to convert the fat into lipoprotein. Okay, in the easiest form, so that it can deposit in our body. After the lipoprotein, what the fat is being converted into? Chylomicrons. Okay, so now the fat is in the form of the chylomicron in our body. So this is how the chylomicron is like made in the form of the protein. So now what's the function of this chylomicron? These chylomicron will go into the lacteal. Lacteal. The question arises that what is this lacteal? So lacteal are the vessels that are present in the villi. Villi present in the villi of the intestine. We know that small intestine, we know it is present in the villi. The structure is in the small intestine. So there, that lacteal will go and they will be like in the small intestine. Then that small intestine will give that to the circulatory system, and after that lymph will be the part of the blood stream. Okay, so this is how this cycle works. We will see that in detail as well. So talking about the components of the lymphatic system. So now we'll be talking about the components of the lymphatic system. Then what are the components of the lymphatic system? Okay, by which lymphatic system is made. So basically, they are the lymph, that is a fluid. Next up, lymph nodes. These are checkpoints. We'll discuss that. And lymphatic vessels. Okay. So now the question arises that, as I told you, that we'll discuss the composition of the lymph as well. So lymph is a fluid that is the transparent fluid, and that it has 94% of the water, okay, and 6% of the solid substances, solid, okay. It can be phosphorus, okay. And the fourth point is that it have the lymphocytes. Now what are those lymphocytes? Like it have WBC, macrophages, and dendritic cells, but it do not have red blood cell, do not have what, RBCs, and uh, blood proteins, okay. It do not have the blood proteins, but it have the WBCs. So now talking about the nodes, that what is this nodes? So nodes are basically the checkpoint, and I told you initially that these are the checkpoints. And these nodes are present, like the function of these nodes is that when the lymph is flowing, so what these nodes will do, these nodes will uh, see scan the lymph, okay. What is the meaning of this? That it will find out that is there any pathogen in that liquid substance. So it will check if there will be any pathogen, so it will kill that pathogen or extract that pathogen, so that that lymph should not be circulate to the uh, circulatory system. And as we know that circulatory system supply the blood to all around the body parts, so the pathogen will be if the lymph node would be not there, so the pathogen will be all around your blood, your body. So that is why these are the checkpoints. Where they are present? They are present in the axilla, sorry. Axilla is the armpit, okay, and plus they are present in the spleen. We know that. Plus they are present in the neck region, okay. So this is how they work, and they are present here. Now, the third point is that they are present at the growing part, or you can say the genital part. As we know that the genital part is what? It is the growing part, genital organ. Okay. So now we are moving towards our lymph vessels, lymphatic vessels. So how these nodes work, these this is the pathway of the lymph and the lymph node. It is basically, if we know that it is the pathway, okay. The lymphatic vessels are then divided into afferent and efferent, okay. So afferent will, what it will do, as we know that afferent will take the lymph to nodes, and we know that then the pathogen will be clear, and then if the pathogen is not in the lymph, so it will circulate to the circulatory system, and it will be the part of the circulatory system of the blood, so that will be supply all over the body. So this is what afferent arterioles will do, okay. But the function of the efferent arterioles is to like stop everything by going the anti. movement of the limbs. Okay, like it stops the limbs to go again at their first position. So that is why we have the two vessels. Okay, afferent and efferent. I hope that is clear.